Welcome back everyone to this episode. In this one, let's get started on the lighting of the primary hull. Okay, welcome back. All right, now, most of the lighting is going to be in the top part of the primary hull. So, first thing I'm going to do is I have to shave down a lot of these, the edges here to allow light to get out to the windows. You see, it's all blocked off. I can't have that. And I also need to cut sections out where the thruster control is. You can see all that has to be cut out of there for the lighting. Don't have to worry about the bottom part of the hull, it's all flat. So let's get that done first, and then we can go on. Alright, now I got it all marked off here, the areas that need to be cut out. So all the way around. I put on a slightly smaller bit on there to get into the finer areas. Just keep going like that until I'm done. There we go. Okay. Looks messy, but in the end you won't see any of it. Also had to cut out areas there to get the lighting in for the navigational flashers. So it looks good. All opened up now. So let's get all of these installed. I already got the plastic in there for the windows. That's already done. It would have been a real headache getting them in after you put them in here. So let's get these in now. Always do a test fit. Adding that extra glue in there to hold. For some reason the side wasn't staying flush with the body. Okay, there we go, all done. Looks really messy right now, but I'll clean it up afterwards. One thing you have to make sure is you got the cargo port here on the proper side of the ship, which is on the port side. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get all the plastic windows in here. And then I think get some lighting in there. And then I can get the officer's lounge in place and go from there. Got those all in place. Look good. Okay. Now, I got the amplification crystal cover and the impulse engines here. I'm going to frost the glass there, so it just helps to distribute the light in a more desirable fashion. I'm just going to spray on a few coats of the dull coat on the outside and on the inside on both of these parts, and that should frost it up real quite nicely. While that is drying, I'm going to be installing these lighting here for the observation deck here. Probably not sure how this is going to work. Okay, looks like I have to use a 5mm white for that area to light up the observation deck, officer's lounge, I mean. Okay, let's do that first. 5mm white here, but I need to flatten it out a bit to put in here. I think I might. Well, we'll see how it's gonna go. While that is setting, I want to do the lighting up here. But what I need to do is I need to increase the height of this just a little bit for the lighting to fit properly. So I'm going to add like a 1mm strip of plastic all the way around here to lift up the bridge section just a little bit. So I got this small strip here. I'm going to cut small, thin little sections, glue them on top here, and go from there. Now, an issue you run into with the bridge here is it has these 3 prongs that go down in the holes here. I need these holes for the lights, so these have to be chopped off. There we go. Okay, got that all on there. Just do a little bit of cleaning up, shaving it on an angle a little bit. Once this all dries, and then yeah, you can see here. Yeah, looks good. And it also helps too with the lights that they be able to go on a little bit of a steeper angle down towards the hull, because you're able to get the lights up a little bit higher. I'm going to flatten them out a little bit as well. It looks like it's going to look really good. Got those done now. You can see how much filmier they are now. It's just going to help make the light look a whole lot better. Let's get those installed. Good. Now I'm not going to add any coloring to it because there's two color LED that's going in there. Okay, there we go. Before I get too carried away here, I wanted to get these covered up with this paper here. It's kind of like a rice paper, just to help to diffuse the light a little bit more. So I'm going to put cover over this and across the front here, just for the light diffusion. I'm just gonna section here out. I'm just gonna cover over that. Okay. That way, you won't even be able to see the bulbs, and distributes the light a little bit more evenly. Looks good. All right, now all the points here for the thrusters and for the flasher lights, navigation lights, I'm going to get the LEDs on those. So I need 3mm white, second 3mm white, because one goes on the top here for the bridge, the other one to the front of the primary hull, and then I got let's see, I need a 3mm green and a 3mm red. Yep, okay. Now I'm going to take all these, I'm going to flatten out the heads, because I'm going to put these right down on top of the plastic here where the navigational lights are. Oh, I need two more whites. There we go. Okay, so that's a white, 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 white for the bridge. So there's 4 whites, red, and a green. That's just for the top half of the primary hull. Alright, let's get those installed. Okay, I'm going to do the bridge one first. flashers on either side of the impulse engine. Okay, so we're doing it this way. That is the red side. That's the green side. Red LED. I want to make sure. Yep, that's the red. Green one. Double check, make sure it's green. Yep. Okay. Now, for the thrusters, I need, actually I'm going to use 5mm yellows. Got them in place there, look good. Okay. Now, for the 5mm yellow LEDs, I'm going to flatten them out, and then on the plastic tips here, let's see where, right here, basically I'm just going to have the light butting up against it. That way it'll light up the whole thing. It'll be like that on the top and the bottom. Okay, got the yellow here. Let's see here. Go. Just like that. Simple, easy. Now each one has got to have their own resistors on it. Like for instance, for the red, it's going to need a higher resistor than all the rest. Probably green is going to have the least resistor, because I want to try and get the power evenly distributed to all the LEDs, so they all look fairly bright together at the same level. So if you know how to do the math, it's easy enough to do. If you know how to do the math. Otherwise, it's just trial and error. Got those lights installed on the bottom half now for the flashers and the thrusters, and got the clear parts in there for the windows. Okay, now I'm going to work on lighting up the front here. So I got these 5mm whites. I'm going to shave these down, flatten them out a little bit, and get those installed. There we go. Looks good. Flattened out. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to put each one in their corresponding spot. Good. Before I get too carried away with everything else, I am going to install the lighting here for the nose sensor platform. So let's get those in. First thing I need to do is I need to clip these off. They are completely in the way. Now I need to smoothen out these here where these poles were. Alright. Let me see what I did here. It's all cleaned off. Looks good. Just gotta let that dry now. And then you can install the lighting here. So I'm gonna, in all four corners. And these poles here, I'm not throwing those out. Never know, might come in handy at some point. Alright, just gotta let that dry. Okay, that's all dry now. I just got to take the lights, put them in place, and that takes care of that. Alright, so I got the lights all filed down, rounded off, look good. Okay, let's get them installed. Okay, for the one up front here, I'm going to have it out a little bit further. Probably around here. Actually, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to get a second one, put a second one in there. So it'd be like two of them here. Just sort of pointing that way like that. And then the other ones off to the sides here. Actually, let's do... because there's more than enough room to have two lights in either side here, all the way around. So I'll have 8 lights in there. There we go. Got them all done there. The center pins are the positives. So let's get them installed here. The first one up here. Okay. All right, now I just got to put all the pins together, all the positives together, the negatives, and all that stuff. That's where, there we go. This bag of cut pins all comes in handy. Woo! There we go. Okay. So I got all the negatives connected together, positives. Let's do a quick light test to see if they're actually going to work. Ooh. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's just 3 volts. And of course I have to have a resistor on that. Probably a 1K. Just need to do a test fitting to make sure it's going to fit okay. Nice and snug. Beautiful. Nice. Ooh. Very nice. Looks great. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill out the hole here for the wiring to go down into the hull. And actually, yeah, I'm going to put a 1K resistor on the positive lead and attach the wires, negative, positive, going into the ship. There we go. Okay. The only thing I left to do is put the covers on, but I still got to get those painted yet. After I did the 1K resistor here, that was too much resistance, so I put a 180 on there, and it's a lot brighter, and I was using a 9-volt battery, so it's going to be just a little bit brighter, or maybe, with the 12-volt power supply. Because you got to remember, the 12-volt power supply is going to be supplying power to the entire model. So you have to keep that in mind. I could probably get away with, if I reduce this even more from 180, maybe 100 ohm or 96 or something like that. But I'm going to stick with 180 for now. If I have to change it, I'll change it out later. But it's plenty bright enough. Here, I'll show you. Pretty good. You don't want it too much brighter than that, because you're going to risk burning out the LEDs. So it looks really good. It works nice. So I got the fronts there all painted up. Just got to let the paint dry. So while that's drying, I went back here to the bridge here. These two lights on either side of the entrance to the bridge, I put a 180 ohm resistor on there and connected them both together. So let's just do a quick light test and see what that looks like. Okay, 9-volt battery. Yeah. Perfect. It's going to be beautiful when it's hooked up to the 12-volt power supply. All right, back to the sensor dome here. I got all the points on there for the lightning to come through. Looks good. Okay, I just got to install that onto the bottom of the hull. All right, there we go. So I'm just gonna have to have a little bit of weight on there to really close it up nice. And that is not gonna go anywhere. And there we go, looking good. Okay, just gonna let that set. And this is it for this episode, everyone. In the next one, we are going to continue lighting the primary hull and get it ready for assembly. Please like, subscribe, comment, don't forget to share, and click that notification bell for any future uploads. If you have any questions, or you want me to do commission work for you, contact me at epyc.models@gmail.com. And please check out my website, www.epyc.models.com. See you all again later. Bye-bye.